What's up, book nerds? I got another one for you. Twisted One by T. Kingfisher. Uh, I found T. Kingfisher. I found her books when I was getting back into finding my love for reading. With Hollow Places, which is another great book. Um, and I just love the way she writes female main characters. They're not overly powerful. You know what I mean? Like strong, over feminine like badass, like a Ripley, which like Ripley from Aliens is awesome. That's her that's that thing. So she doesn't like make a bullshit female main character. What I'm gonna say, um, and especially not in this one. Normal woman doing a normal thing. But before I get into that, this book even further, if you like anything I do, follow me on here. Give me a follow on here; it'd be appreciated. Follow me on my other things. I'll have them all linked below, like Twitch. I stream like 2 or 3 times a month. And then you know X Fable. I do written reviews on Fable. Uh, so if you follow me on this, I would appreciate it. Now the twisted ones. Um, a woman's grandmother passed. I don't know, a couple years prior. House needs to be emptied out. I guess she was a real fucking raging bitch. In the middle of Appalachia. Um, so her ill father asked her to go clean the house out, or just go see if it's worth even salvaging to sell the house. Knock it the fuck down, do whatever. Um, I guess her grandmother's a real fucking bitch. Just from her stories. So, uh, and she was a hoarder, and so she goes with her dog Bongo, which found. I want to meet this dog. This dog seems dope as shit. Not like a savior by any means, but this stupid coonhound. Um, and he seems adorable. But she goes to this like house in the middle of fucking nowhere. I guess her ex husband, not her true grandfather, but her grandmother's new husband, had this green book that the grandmother hid, and she ends up finding a rewritten transcript of it from her step grandfather, and it's about the twisted ones. By the way, if you ever order hardcover books on uh like Amazon, there's a good chance you're gonna get it from a library if it's used. Sometimes I don't pay attention and I get like used library books. It's kind of cool. But anyways, uh, so she starts reading about this twisted one, and one day she's walking in the woods and she goes through this like walks up this hill and it's like weird like tree tunnel. Come to the top of this hill, which they call it like a bald. So it's just basically like a mountaintop or a large hill that has no trees or anything on for miles, which you can't do in this area because that didn't geographically it doesn't make sense. He finds these stones that are kind of look like they're carved into people that are like twisted and look weird, and it's like out of the corner of her eye they kind of fucking move. Um, and then she finds a big white one that she feels like she wants to touch, but she starts getting freaked out and leaves. And then she starts finding like cleaning the house out and finding transcripts about this shit. And I guess this is a real life book. That's where she got the idea for this book was it's called the Green something. It's in the back of the book. Um, but that's where she kind of gets like this folklore. Like this is like a folklore horror. Um, she starts reading about him and she starts saying the mantra like when she's just doing regular shit. I twisted myself like the twisted one. Weird shit's happening. She walks through the woods one day and there's like this large deer effigy like hanging in the tree. It's like carved out deer, but the head's on its like ass and upside down, but it's a deer skull. Um, and she freaks out. She runs. She ends up going into town, telling the sheriff. They don't find it. They go back. The whole thing. Well, she befriends this like these like hippie people across the road, Foxy, uh Teo, I think, and then an old dude. Foxy's a badass, by the way. She's just an older woman. Um, and so they start discussing it. Foxy comes over one night because our main character, she was asleep and she hears like tap tap tap. She wakes up, looks up the corner of her eye, and that effigy is like on the window. So she tells Foxy her neighbors, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Like, and Foxy talks about when she was a kid, she found a pig with its head removed, but its head was a hornet's nest. So she's like, "Yeah, there's weird things. Oh, it's the fucking hill people or whatever." Um, and so she stays one night. Effigy comes back. And then all of them stay one night. Effigy comes back. Uh, there's a lot of cool lore in here that she made up based off of another book. Um, and they end up. It's this is good freaky horror. It's not like over like grotesque or anything, but it's super creepy. Keeps giving you just little nuggets here and there to like keep following you along, just giving you enough information, but not too much, just you a little bit freaked out. Um, and I'm reading this during the summer, so like I have a light on in my bedroom, and because at night these like larger bugs just fly into the windows, like, dum, dum, dum. It freaks out because of the talking about the tapping on the window. So actually, they don't even really explain what the twisted ones are. It may be the hill people. It may be the rocks that are carved like people. It may be the effigies that are being made in this other world, which they go back to that hilltop. Actually, Foxy, Bongo, and our female main character go looking for someone because there's like a note that gets sent back on Bongo because he goes missing for a few days, and so they go searching for what it was. There is someone there. It's a big thing. People get fucked up or things get fucked up. There's a chase. Really good. The end moves super fast. Yeah, and this like she makes like a cool, I don't know, like words that I'm looking for is on here. Like local lore book, horror book. So this is really cool. Characters are written really well. None of them are over the top about anything. They're just normal. Most of the like the characters in here are women, and they're not suff- insufferable in any way. They're they're kind of quirky and funny, which Kingfisher writes most of her women that way. Which most of the books I've read by her, her main characters are female, and none of them are sufferable or like you're like, fuck, like to where it ruins the book or anything, or it just like makes it harder to read. She writes really good stories, whether they're original or a take on something else. I've also read her takes on a few Edgar Allan Poe books, so and they're pretty good. But yeah, she just whether it's her original stuff or it's a take on or on someone else's stuff, she writes really cool um stories, and I really do recommend picking this up. I think I gave it a 4 on Fable. Uh, so yeah, go check this out if you like horror. It's not too scary. As someone who reads mostly horror most of the time, this is fine. If you're someone who's like kind of like not too into horror, but kind of like it just enough, it's not like any Hellraiser book or like um God, I'm trying to think like I've read some pretty fucked up horror books. Like Cypher or something like that. This is just cool. It's just enough to freak you out. Uh and a cool lore story. So definitely go read this one. Super fun. Uh I love T. Kingfisher. She's an awesome author, and I think I don't know how much praise she has in the book community, but I'm sure it's not enough. But anyways, go read, nerds. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, follow, whatever. I'd appreciate it. All right, bye.